What's up, good people? We are back for another early morning live, but I apologize because I'm actually not here in real life. It's AI today. I forgot I had a training that I had to travel to early in the morning. So while you're watching this, I'm actually on the highway. But hopefully tomorrow, I expect us to be back live. But until then, you guys enjoy each other in the chat. And please hit that like button if you haven't as of yet. So, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about two of some of our faves. We have Karen Huger from The Real Housewives of Potomac and her recent troubles with having a DUI car accident that caused her to be facing criminal charges. And it was recently announced that she has opted to go into rehab. And then we have Leandria Johnson, who is a gospel singer powerhouse, and her unfortunate recent arrest that's also related to intoxication. So we're going to get into both of those stories. We're going to start with Karen Huger with the Real Housewives of Potomac. And I'm going to share this article that I ran into and making sure this is it. And also, I'm recording this. And my plan is I'm doing no editing. So mistakes and all are staying in this. I don't know why. When I go live, it's easier for me not to make like major mistakes. But as soon as I start recording, I just start making all kind of, blunders and bloopers and all of that. But y'all gonna get to see it all today. So anyway, according to Hello Beautiful, the Real Housewives of Potomac, OG Karen Huger enters rehabs and skips the season 9 reunion show. And it goes on to say Bravo recently taped The Real Housewives of Potomac season 9 reunion in New York City, but one of the stars was noticeably missing, and that's Karen the Grande Dame Huger. And it goes on to say on January 9th, Bravo dropped an official reunion seating chart on Instagram revealing the lineup of stars. And the favorite DMV ladies, you have Stacy, uh, Wendy, Mia, Giselle, Carney, Ashley, and they said they were alongside the host, Andy Cohen, and Karen was missing in action. The 61-year-old's manager, Ryan Trisdale, confirmed her absence in a statement to Bravo on the Daily Dish. And he was quoted as saying, Karen made the important decision to enter a private recovery program, so she was unable to attend the reunion taping today. He continued, we stand with her as she is making a significant step forward in her personal growth. The news comes on the heels of Karen's recent DUI conviction. Report says the star was found guilty in December of 2024 after a 2-day trial stemming from her March incident involving a DUI and reckless driving charges. She is awaiting sentencing later this month. So some people are saying that she is basically doing this so that she can get out of prison time. Could be, could be not. During the season, for those of you who, I don't know, watch or don't watch the show, we know that during the season, they really did make her DUI case. It was a running theme throughout the whole season, and she was refusing to get into anything in regards to conversation about it. She kept saying that it was a open case and all of those sort of things. Now that it's not an open case, it very much so seems like she's still not going to want to talk about it. And it is a very sensitive situation and subject and all of that. There's been on this show, I am a fan of the show. I have watched the show since the first season. I have watched every episode of the show. And what I can say is there has been a running theme, especially in the last few seasons, of Karen and her drinking. And they always said that basically she would really get wasted off camera, but it was a running joke according to the ladies, basically. And so to hear of the DUI wasn't a surprise. And if I'm not mistaken, it feels like there was another incident a couple years ago. I can't remember any details right now, but you guys let me know in the chat. I kind of feel like I remember her having some other incident with her car before. So, but anyway, this time her car, I think it was nearly totaled. At least the axle was all jacked up. Um, but she did not come to the reunion, and a lot of people are, kind of upset about it, as far as fans and people who watch the show. And they're saying fans have flooded Bravo's comments asking, "Where is Karen?" Social media accounts have been uh, Karen's social media account has been quiet since the legal drama unfolded and the arrest video was released. So a couple weeks ago, the actual full police body cam of her arrest was released on social media. I feel like it was like 30 minutes or something. I watched probably a good 15 plus minutes of it, and it was very sad to me. I was gonna watch it and make it a part of this, but again, now I'm rushing. But if you guys want to see it anyway, want to watch it together, so to speak, let me know in the chat below or in the comment section if you watch the replay, and we can do that. But if not, it's fine. But anyway, in that video, she was clearly intoxicated. They showed her car. Her car was basically in a ditch. They said she hit a tree. Her husband Ray got on the scene within a few minutes. He was trying to, and then she was like, she's an angry drunk, for lack of a better word. And so she was being very combative with the police officers. She definitely had an air about her, an air of privilege, et cetera, kind of like, do you know who I am? But it's like, exactly, do you know who you are for you to get in this kind of situation? And her husband, Ray, I felt so sorry for him in the video because he's trying to placate to the officer and not get her in more trouble, but also handle her, so to speak, I think, but without getting her angry, because he probably already knows when she drinks, she'll get real crazy on you or something. It just felt like that energy. So yeah, it was a very sad thing to see. But then the other piece of it is, she's a 60-year old woman, personal responsibility. She's out there driving while intoxicated, and she's been convicted of, so we can say it officially now. But driving while intoxicated could have, injured someone else, or God forbid, unalive someone. So there's that side of it. But I will say I still have compassion and empathy for the situation and for her, in the sense of, clearly she has issues, and she has spoken about many times on the show since her mother and father have passed, and how that's really affected her. And then Ray having the tax issues a few years ago, and it seems like that hit them very hard financially, etc. And so seems like this has been a coping mechanism for her. But anyway, they go on to say in this article, once the seating chart hit the gram, fans flooded the comments with questions, jokes, and hot takes. Some questioning the timing of her rehab stay. Others were not happy to see the show without the Grande Dame. One fan wrote, are we missing someone? And another chimed in, Karen should be made to come to the reunion. She waited to go to rehab only because she was found guilty. Had she been found not guilty, she would be there. And part of me, and this one too was interesting. Even Portia Williams from the Real Housewives of Atlanta chimed in saying, "Where's Karen?" So the thing, I'm totally on board with those who are saying, like, this Karen trying to avoid facing the music, so to speak. Clearly, because Karen is one of those people who can dish it, but she can't take it. And we've seen that time and time again. When the spotlight gets on her about her, drama, indiscretions, things like that, she quickly turns it on the other women. And well, what about you and this and that, and your husband cheating and doing all of that. Well, in this situation, it would be very hard, especially in a reunion, because Andy Cohen is relentless in those reunions when he wants to tackle a topic. And then on top of that, we only see the edited versions of them a full day of taping. They're taping like, 6, 8 hours or whatever it is, and then we're or more, and we're seeing what 2, 3 hours of it max. So I believe that she definitely chose this time as perfect timing to go into this, as they said, private rehab, so that she doesn't have to face the music. Now the question is, will she be able to skip the reunion this year and still be on the show next season, or will she be put on punishment and not be on the show next season? The question is, what do you think? Do you think that she should be on punishment and not be able to return next season for this situation that she's in? Because the truth is, if she's not like, strung out, so to speak, and why couldn't this have waited, the rehab waited another, week or two, or whenever she entered? Why couldn't it have waited just a few days or a week or two to do your job, and then you go into rehab? And I believe also it's related to the sentencing. Of course, she's trying to get sympathy from the court and show that, she's changing, and she's remorseful and all of that. And so it's like, well, let me go in rehab so that by the time my sentencing happens, I can be like, I'm in rehab, and hopefully get it tossed out, not tossed out, but at least get a lower sentence or probation, things of that nature. But yeah, so that's the story with Karen Huger of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Again, if you want to watch the body cam footage with me, because again, I didn't watch the entire thing, so it's still like the parts I haven't seen. We can watch it together, but let me know either in the comment section would be better. The comment section below this video, and remember also to hit this video, hit the like button on this video, and that subscribe button if you have not as of yet. It's free to you, but invaluable to me in the growth of my platforms. Moving on to gospel powerhouse Leandria Johnson, who we know, those of us who are, follow gospel and all of that, we know her from Sunday's Best. She was a breakout contestant on there and created a whole great gospel music career from it. The problem is she all along has had, demons, for lack of a better word, and vices that have been preventing her from completely living her true highest and best life. And so, unfortunately, she's in the news again, but not for good things. We have here, according to the LA, Los Angeles Times, it says gospel singer Leandria Johnson says she's still growing after public drunkenness arrests. It says Leandria Johnson has a message for her fans after she was arrested earlier this week in Greensville, South Carolina, following a drunken outburst at a local bar. And when they say earlier this week, this article came out on December 18th of 2024, but y'all know I'm slow to get to the news. If you know, you know. Better late than never. It goes on to say the Better Days singer addressed her arrest Tuesday in a video on the YouTube, on a YouTuber's channel, thanking those who sent messages of support and saying she is taking time to woosah. This has been a daily walk for me for some time now, and I'm yet still growing. The Grammy award-winning gospel singer, who for years has spoken to church congregations and media outlets about her battle with alcoholism. And for those of you who don't follow her closely or have forgotten, she was also on Iyanla's Fix My Life years ago, when she was still really new to the industry. And that's when we really got a true peek into her struggle with alcoholism and how deep it was. And yeah, it was bad. I can't remember all the details, but it was bad. It was sad, and it was bad. And then it felt like at that time, I'm not sure if she has the same manager, but the person she had as her manager or assistant seemed to be like an enabler. at that time. And that was also sad because it seemed like she didn't really have someone who was really looking out for her. Because at the end of the day, even when Iyanla interviewed the guy, it was kind of like, well, he's more concerned with his livelihood than Leandria, because he don't want to piss her off too bad and lose his job over trying to help save her. So, but the article goes on to say, Leandria said, "So just keep me lifted, and I guess I'm going to get through this," she added. She was taken into police custody around 3 p.m. on on a Monday and charged with public intoxication and possession of an open container, according to the incident report from the Greenville Police Department. She was released from detention the next day and given a personal recognizance bond on her charges. The Greenville Public Information Officer Sergeant confirmed on Wednesday. Police apprehended Johnson after receiving a call about a customer causing a disturbance and screaming at the patrons at Bricktop's restaurant in the city's downtown area, the incident's report said. I always get stuck on the word apprehended. To me, it feels like, was this a chase? Did y'all chase her down the sidewalk? And she barefooted? Like, apprehended? Anyway, according to the report, officers identified and located Johnson after she left Bricktops and went down the street, screaming profanities at a male who was walking with her. So I guess she had, somebody with her, one of her handlers or whatever, and she, like, might have been a friend or family too, but she was cursing and yelling at them. She might be one of those, again, people who get really angry. Some of y'all like that. Don't stop it. If you're an angry drunk, don't drink. Don't drink. I'm a happy drunk. I'm an emotional and happy drunk. I want to all of a sudden I'm more I'm not as shy. A little touchy feely, not in an inappropriate way. So I'm a happy drunk. If you're a happy drunk, have at it, but don't get drunk. Like, handle your liquor. Drink responsibly. But if you're an angry drunk, don't drink at all. How about that? Anyway, upon being approached by police, Johnson handed her styrofoam cup to the man who attempted to hide it. The report said. After observing multiple signs that she was heavily intoxicated, the scent of alcohol, slurred speech, and unstable posture, the officers confirmed the cup contained alcohol and disposed of it. She was arrested and initially booked on a $257.50 bond. What is up with this 50 cent? Where's the even amount? Why is it not just 250? Anyway, which she does not have to pay on the condition that she shows up to court. I believe she'll show up to court. If Johnson requests a jury trial, she will not have to appear in the court until her trial date, which can be sometime later this year in 2025. So that's the update on Leandria Johnson. Thoughts and prayers are with her. I feel like, wasn't she pregnant recently? I don't follow her closely. Every once in a while I'll see her pop up on Instagram or something like that, but I feel like some clip I saw not sometime late last year seemed like she was pregnant once again, or maybe had just had a baby. It's like, yeah. Anyway, thoughts and prayers for Leandra Johnson. She is truly a talent, and the prayers that she can one day really overcome those demons that are trying to steal her joy and her gift away. And we all got some. We all got some. So thoughts and prayers out to her and Karen Huger. So with that, that brings this video to a close. I know it's short, but I definitely still wanted to have something come out today after I realized I wasn't going to be able to be here with y'all live. And then, I'm also working on the 21 days of being consistent, basically a month, of being consistent with getting these morning lives out, because I'm trying to form it as a habit. But with that, y'all let me know in the comments below what you think about these two stories and these two young women. Let's go with that. These two young ladies, and yeah, and anything else that you might want to chat about. Let's talk about it down below in the comments. So with that, of course, I did forget something. But with that, I'm going to send you out with my daily motivation. And at least for now, I really love this. So until next time, y'all make sure to take care and uh, get up, get going.
You say? You was gonna give up, bitch. You
Get motivated. I wouldn't mean to do it like that. Start it over. We got to take it, bloopers and all, y'all. All right, until next time, y'all make sure to take care and be blessed.
what you say? You was gonna give up, bitch. You wasn't finna give nothing up. You was finna keep striving, keep pushing, keep working, and keep doing your shit. You are great. It's nothing but success in your future.